Is in. The Diddy verdict is in. And again, y'all see the Diddy oil, right? The take that. The Diddy oil, right? All right, y'all. The verdict is in. So P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Mr. Love, pause, was found not guilty on count one, racketeering and conspiracy. Not guilty on count two, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. He was found guilty on count three, transportation to engage in prostitution. Not guilty on count four, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, but was found guilty on count five, transport, transport, I can't even get the word together. Transportation to engage in prostitution. So he was found guilty on count three, count five, transportation to engage in prostitution. Um, this was a big win for Diddy because he avoided life in jail. Um, he also ended up he's probably going to get a way better sentencing than R. Kelly. Um, so he won't be in jail for the rest of his life, um, which is great news for his family and people that really love him, support him, and want to see him do well. I I can't describe how disgraceful it was, even though I'm making joke of it, y'all. I did make joke of the baby oil, but I'm making joke on it with y'all, right? On the pod, right? Right after the trial, after the verdict was in, you had people in the streets of New York, shirt off, Diddy oil on in the middle of the street, dancing. Like, yo, what are we doing? Like that sound perfectly like something that we'll see in the Boondocks, right? So I just thought that was just like, yo, what are we doing? And it's now that he's going to be free at some point because we don't know what his sentencing is. They wouldn't allow him to leave either. Sometimes they would allow you to leave, make bail at least until your sentencing. He also have time served as well, so that should have bought him some sort of time. But what is it going to solve? He avoids life in jail. Great. He'll be out to raise his family, his children. Um, so what good is it going to do? Is it good that we have this millionaire, mogul, billionaire who was able to do the things that he did and beat the system? I'm not necessarily for or against P. Diddy. I'm not his adversary. I don't know him personally. I love the bad boy music and the sound growing up. Um, but let's be honest, like he has a lot of bodies in the wake. But even then, it's still all of that is not his fault neither because you're doing business with adults and everybody makes their decisions. Everybody, I'm gonna do this deal. Are you with it or not? Yeah, I'm with it. So you can't complain about the deal later on. So that's not something that I'm necessarily talking about. But there's a level of accountability that must be owed for him when he move forward. How is he going to pay this forward? What great is he going to do in the community to basically, when people hear his name, they don't think of this negative type of thing that was going on? Watching the trial, the only thing that we found out for sure is that Diddy was a freaky boy. That's all we found out for real. It was nothing new or anything that changed my mind to let me know the type of person, I won't say the type of person that he is because I don't know him personally, but what seemed to be perceived based on the persona and the music, and is based on the things that was said in the court. So I'm going based on that in itself. I'm not going based on other YouTube guys or his former group members or whatever the case may be. I'm going off what base was said in court. So at the end of the day, got a family to take care of, and being that he makes his money through the public, He makes his money through music. He makes his money through product placement, merchandise. So that means people buy his products in order for him to live the life that he lives. Nothing wrong with that. But how is it going to be paid forward into the community that supports you? So that's my next question with P. Diddy. Uh, but he doesn't have to spend life in jail, which is a victory for him and his family. So shout out to that. And for those who were real victims in that situation, I hope at some point they could get situated and and be able to get the help and the counseling that they need to move forward. So all right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic. A 55-year-old man, Charles Lito. Charles Lito is a lifeguard, has been charged with murder after fatally shooting a 15-year-old and injuring a 14-year-old in Chicago.